Hey, what's going on, ecosystem? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel, the car shipping business channel. You know, every Tuesday night, my goal is to bring you another trade show level presentation to you wherever you are, because your business deserves the latest in auto transport news. And if you're busy, and I know you are, you can skip ahead. How? In a few minutes, I'm going to give the show lineup for the live audience. Plus, if you're watching on demand, you can click time codes below in the video description below. So remember to like, share, tell your friends. Thanks for watching ATI. I sure do appreciate it. You know, tonight we have the pleasure of talking with Penny Wanna. She's the president of Auction Academy. Plus, we have Joe Miller of AutoIMS and Lisa, Franz, and Maria Acuna of Big Valley Auto Auction. Yeah, and I'm nervous, and it's great. This is a great thing. This is really going to be a great show. What I didn't know is how passionate Auction Academy graduates are about how great Auction Academy is. Even at Car Conference in Las Vegas a couple weeks ago, Penny knows so many people that the information flows like VINs through the auto auction lanes. So I'm telling you, we're lucky to have her here tonight with us. And so are you ready to learn more about Auction Academy? I want you to please join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business, because it's Tuesday nights live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome to the show. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. This is Tuesday Nights Live. This is the car shipping business channel, and I want you to feel welcome. By the way, mic check 1, 2, 3. Is the audio okay? I had to turn it down a little bit because it seemed a little bit hot. So let me know. Please do let me know in the live chat. Here's what we need to do. We need to, first, please feel welcome. This is Auto Transport Intel. This is the open forum. There are no stupid questions, especially on a night where we're reaching out to another vertical as important as auto auctions. If you've got something to say, if you've got something to share, something to ask away. Please do feel welcome, and please do say hello in the live chat. We're going to go in there. We're just running a few minutes late already. I don't know how that is. We're going to go into industry news of the quarter hour. Industry news, national news, social media news, front of the store, back of the store. We got some OEM information, car shipping trends. That's a great segment. Please stick around. We're also going to play Ask Larry. At the 40-minute mark or thereabouts, we have Penny Wanna, president of Auction Academy. She is in the house. She is our main interview. She's got a lot of information, and really she's going to help you jumpstart understanding how to manage an auction. It's a major undertaking, and she helps professionals get to that level. And then we're going to bring in Joe Miller of AutoIMS, and he is such professional, and he is very close to Auction Academy. He's going to add some more information to the conversation with Penny, and then we're going to bring in, I think Lisa and Maria are both graduates of the program. Super psyched about Auction Academy. This is an Auction Academy party. You are welcome. Please do chime in. Also, do me a favor. Go ahead and help us out. After you leave a like, thank you so much. You can click share. You see it below in the video description, right thereabouts. Click share. Click copy, grab the YouTube link, text it, email it, share it on social media. Let people know you are not too late. Penny's going to be here in about a half hour. Get the popcorn ready and whatever. Get everybody situated. This is going to be an awesome show. And don't forget, you can go to autotransportintel.com. Click on sign up. Become an ATI insider. Get on the email blast. Talk to Ty. Maybe join us on the next roundtable. This is going to be a great show. So do me a favor. Stick around because we're going to be right back in the live chat. Holly is powered by United Road. Visit holly.com. Also, to learn more about the National Vehicle Transporters Alliance, NVTA, visit gonvta.org. All right, let's go into the live chat now and say hello to the folks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to back my live chat up to the beginning, to the top, but you are seeing the live chat on the screen. And so here we go. Okay, yes, I knew Ty was in here first. He says, I love auto auctions. Ty does love auto auctions. Ty really, really loves auto auctions, and he loves to talk about it. Thank you, Ty. Mark Grodicke is here. Hey, Ty, looking forward to the show. This is in your wheelhouse. Mark knows Ty. Thank you, Mark, for saying hello. SuperFlo Systems is in the house. Maria Acuna. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic evening, because Maria is going to be on the show. That's in about an hour. So you got plenty of time to get the private jet parked on the runway among all the other Big Valley Auto Auction jets on the runway. Andy is here. Hey, what's going on? Looking forward to the conversation. Thank you, Andy, for tuning in, saying hello. This is a live show, and so I yes, I'm having fun. Hopefully not too much, just the right amount of fun. Chris is here. Hey, what's up? Thanks, Ty, for the truck input. I know what I need. Shout out to Ted from Buyers Chevy for the help. Also, he has watched ATI's in the loop. That's cool. Thank you, Chris. Chris is in the core. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Joe Miller is here with AutoIMS in the live chat. What's up, Joe? Thank you for your time this evening. We really do appreciate it. Kimberly is here. What's going on? Welcome to Tuesday Nights Live with Jay. Please do join the live chat. Thank you, Kimberly, so much. And we do hope that folks just keep piling in. It's like a clown car bus, and everyone just keeps piling in. There's legs hanging out the window. Oh, okay. Roxana Elliott is here. What's going on, Roxana? Thank you so much for saying hello and tuning into the show. Yes. That is good. John from Finest Towing and Recovery is here. What's going on? Auction Academy. Hey, we're in it to win it. Auction Academy is here. It is pretty neat. Because Penny and I were getting ready for the show and just met her online 2-3 months ago, and then got to meet in person at Car Conference, and now suddenly everybody's here, and it is neat. It's almost like this is like Car Conference 2.0-ish. Maybe. Hopefully Car Conference is cool with that. Okay, cool. Let's see what else. Oh, Super Dispatch is here. Super Dispatch is in the house. What's going on? Super Dispatch. Silver Mint, what's going on? Eddie, is this show on how dealers get... Is this show how dealers get fat? It could be. Could be anything you want it to be, maybe. Lisa Franz is here too. Everyone knows that Class 5 was the best. Right. So now you've got classes. What's up, Class 4, Class 3? Pretty cool. I like that comment, Lisa. That's cool. It shows there is great enthusiasm for Auction Academy. I see it. Class 5 and Class 6 play nice. Right. It's hilarious. John Cochran is here. LAI Auto Transport is in the house. What's going on? Thank you so much for saying hello. And, Candy is here. Seaport Service. Jacksport, freaking Florida. What is going on in the house? The audio is pretty good. Little white noise back there. Yeah, thank you for that, Joe. I know. So, it's weird because, and I don't know why. It bugs me. Production is like that. Like, I dedicated my life to production, and yet there's always like a squirrel in the XLR cable somewhere. But yeah, it's hot. My audio's hot, and I had to turn it down. So just keep me posted. I don't know why. It bugs me, man. It bugs me, man. But what can I do? What else can I do? I don't know. Thank you. Ty is ringing the cowbell. What is going on? ATI, Diamond Hands to the Moon. Thank you, Ty. You know what? It seems more and more like Diamond Hands are going to the moon on ATI. I was at Car Conference. You were at Car Conference. And I don't know how many people we saw. It was a big change from a year and a half ago. Lots of people now have either seen the channel, heard about the channel, might check into it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Diamond Hands to the Moon, my friend. Let's see here. Super Dispatch, just a tiny bit hot on the mic. I know, otherwise it's weird. And I've got it so it's not even redlining at all. It's under 10, it's under negative 10 dB, which is really pretty low. I've already turned it down 10 dB. It's crazy. That stuff makes me crazy. You want to make Jay crazy? Mess with the audio. I don't know why that is. But we'll get through it. And then you know what'll happen is then you're going to have to put in the live chat. In an hour, when I go into the Zoom meeting, it's going to be too quiet. And you're going to have to type, Jay, turn up the audio. I bet you $5. Where's that stack of hundreds? What else we got here? Oh, Maria Sophia is in the house. Super Dispatch, Sophia Dukes in the house. Hey, there's Chris Chamberlain ringing the cowbell. I told you, see, I'm a little bit late. Right, but Chris is in the network. He's in the know. He asks great questions. You know, Auto Transport Intel goes live 4 times a week. Chris makes it to, gosh, at least 2 shows a week. Asking questions, participating. Thank you, Chris. That is so cool. And on top of that, then he drops a super chat. Holy cow, we got some diehards, and I love it. Is it Class 5 or is it Class 6? And then there's Super Dispatches in the house. What's going on, Super Dispatch? Ringing the cowbell. Thanks for curating top-tier presentations for this industry and this community. Super Dispatch appreciates ATI. Thank you so much, Super Dispatch. And thank you for helping me meet new folks. You know, we network like crazy, but if you got somebody that you want us to talk to, Sophia and I talked about this at Car Conference. If you know somebody, in fact, Sophia, who am I talking to Thursday? Miguel. We already had Alan Rhodes from 74 Auto on the show. Anyways, you get the point. You know somebody that wants to be on Auto Transport Intel? autotransportintel@gmail.com. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Let's make it happen. Oh, Andy says Class 6 is the best, which I've read on airplanes. Let's see here. Maria. Oh, Michael Medi's here. What's up, Michael of Medi International's in the house. How cool. Thanks for tuning in, Michael. Becky Anderson. What's going on? Cars Recon is in the house. That is awesome. This is exciting. If you ain't redlining, you ain't headlining. That is interesting. That's very interesting. Hey, speaking of, it's 8:15. It's time to go into some industry news. So here's what I want you to do. Thank you, Chris. And, well, you help make it a great community. That's what's so cool. A lot of committed people to the automotive industry, yeah. Now, Miguel's not going to be on right away. We'd have to talk. You know, that's the thing. We have a whole screening process here. We talk first. We just talk, and then, you know, see what makes sense. Maybe this month, maybe next year, maybe never. It's possible. It all happens here on Auto Transport Intel because we keep it real. We are live, and you're live with me, and we're here. So thank you so much. Do me a favor, stick around, because after this we've got industry news. We're going to be right back.
You know the value of a hard day's work because you're out there living it. Long hours, hard days, and a dollar that doesn't stretch as far as you'd like. But what if you had more time at home? What if you had more money at the end of the month? Where is it that your mind wanders on long, open roads? What is it that nags you at night? How could your life be better? More money, more freedom, less stress. What if I told you I could help you spend less time on the road while making more money? What if I told you that you could plan your next trip in under 2 minutes? Both of these things are true with Dispatch Center. Turn the corner with us. Start your next chapter today.
That is Dispatch Center by SuperFlo Systems. Get logged in. Start making your load management life better with Dispatch Center. Go to dispatchcenter.com. It is now time. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live chat, saying hello. Oh, and there's some links. Joe for president. Oh, and there's Mark Rudicke ringing the... That's right. You guys, have you learned how to ring the cowbell? Thank you, Mark. Dispatch Center. Check it out. Go to dispatchcenter.com. You got the links. They're right there. And you're going to keep hearing about Dispatch Center because actually, Larry, the Quotify Llama, he has questions for you. We got a little questionnaire coming up soon in the industry news, so I hope you'll stick around. Thank you, Mark. And if you got a question for Mark, he's in the live chat. Ask him now. Show 196 in a row on a Tuesday night. This is it. This is Auction Academy training with Auction Academy and AutoIMS, and Big Valley Auto Auction is here as well. Okay, I want to thank Car Conference. I think everybody that was at Car Conference wants to thank Car Conference. It was a huge success. We got to see each other. We got to breathe. I was going to say on each other, but I have to rethink that. We were at Caesar's Palace. Black Widow Imaging was the feature in booth 202 in the center of the room. You could go down the hall. Man, could you go down the hall and see the booths and the registration at Car Conference. Caesar's Palace was amazing. And there's Penny at the booth and talking, and she was on the panel, she was in the booth, Penny was everywhere, and now she's here tonight. There's Maria. She was talking. Maria dropped the cryptocurrency bomb. Actually, it was great. It's neat. It's neat when there's suddenly like a new idea, like a sprout of here's a different thought. And she said cryptocurrency, and the room was like, what? It was awesome. Good job, Maria. Love that stuff. And she's here tonight with us. That's going to be awesome. We're so lucky. Thank you, Car Conference. I shared this on LinkedIn, and man, you see all the smiling faces and the thumbs up, and the people are so happy to be out and about. Again, it is the best. We talk about the auto transport industry ecosystem, all right? I've tried to identify the different verticals, and then this show, we're going to focus on auctions, right? Where services, dealers, and really, I put shippers, but this one would be consigners. Anyways, it's okay. We're going to get through this together. We talk about front of the store, back of the store on Auto Transport Intel. The back of the store, that's the transport parking lot. The front of the store, that's where the dealer sells the car, buys it. I bet you is now when we talk auto auction, are we closer to the back of the store or are we closer to the front of the store? Awkward. I don't know the answer to that. We're going to find out. This is the year of the hybrid. We got the digital meets the physical. Digital auctions meeting physical auctions. Still an auction, but it's digital meets. When the auction is a packed house, you will find Ty in the clubhouse. Connect with Ty at Ty Transport Guy. That's Ty Thompson. He wants to talk to you in Clubhouse. Did you see the NVTA Talks Business Insurance on Thursday? We had a special event on Auto Transport Intel. Joe says the answer is yes, Jay. So we were live with United Roads National Vehicle Transporters Alliance. They are sister companies, and it is a wonderful thing because of this, we had this amazing conversation, an interview, and a panel discussion. It was so great that then NVTA was sharing it on different social media. There's the interview portion. We've got Sierra and Kent, and I just was there as, you know, some kind of a bump on a log to help things get going. And then it opened up into a panel. See, I'm not even in that one. NVTA Talks Business on Auto Transport Intel with Kent, Michael, Robert, Bernard, Natalia, and Jonathan on ATI. That was awesome. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You want to learn about auto transport insurance and the questions therein. Some used vehicles now cost more than original sticker price. Really? Really? When it was new, the window sticker price on a typical 2019 Toyota Tacoma was just under 29 grand. 2 years later, dealers are paying almost $1,000 more than that to buy it, and then they're selling it to consumers for $33,000. How do you like that? On average, used vehicle prices are up 30% according to Black Book. Black Book. And so Mike was talking about this. He posted a video on LinkedIn. Then I took Mike's video, put it on Cars on the Move. This is last Friday. It was me and Ty and Tim on the melting block of ice. Have you seen this melting block of ice thing? It's a great show. Tim Scoutelis, the last Friday of every month, joins us live on Fridays on Cars on the Move. Maria's like, true story. Ty, do you service South Texas dealers? Cool. Check that out. Cars on the Move, Melting Block of Ice. Where we connect dealers, auctions, and carriers. Did somebody say? Yes. Yeah. Yes, we did. Cheap auto transport firm lowers transport deposit rates to ensure reduced costs. In our ongoing saga of weekly Don't Say Cheap Auto Transport segment, I see this again. Family owned and operator blankety blank transport offers blankety blank. There it is. Cheap auto transport. Don't. Anyways, that is it for our segment this week on Don't Say Cheap Auto Transport. Tesla owners say their VINs are disappearing as delivery is near. What? Tesla owners are indicating that their VINs are disappearing from their accounts. Wow. So I woke up this morning to find that my VIN that was assigned to me and scheduled for delivery from South Carolina next Friday has been removed and given to someone else. Wow. Wow. That is incredible. Is that real? I don't know. I just read it. I'm just reading the news. Don't kill the messenger. GM's Fairfax, Kansas plant closed through mid-August due to chip shortage. Wow, that's 2 in a row, Jay. Let's go for something else. Semiconductor shortage cuts UK car production in half. Really, Jay? Try again. How about potentially hundreds of brand new vehicles were damaged when the shipping yard at Stellantis in Detroit temporarily became a lake? Can you see? Really, Jay? Let's try again. Stellantis, Russian partner to sell logistics company Gefco. Really? I've never heard of that. Auto transport company Gefco has been put up for sale by owner Stellantis and Russian Railways. Wow, 2 billion euros. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Marhaba Cars Auction is now IAA's official partner in the UAE. Where did you go? Where's the news going? Wow, these guys are international. Seriously, you can actually say global. Detroit automakers UAW drop mask mandate for vaccinated workers. Ooh. Okay. We're headed in the right direction again. I sure do appreciate it. This is how you get your car shipping news. You're in the live chat. Serious Stellantis hijinks, says Joe. That's pretty cool. Put it up on the big screen, right? Make lots of popcorn. Bring the whole family. Set the couches in the yard. And get ready, because now it is time. Are you a car shipping guru? We're going to play Are You a Car Shipping Guru? Ask Larry what you want to do. Go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. You're going to see it pop up here in the live chat. And what you do is you click on that link. And now is the time. Because I'm going to go through the 5 questions. And on Thursday, we're going to do the answers. So you got a couple days to win. dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. Ready? Here we go. How many complimentary days of storage are typically offered by Copart once a vehicle has been purchased? Complimentary days of storage. For the podcast, is it 1? Is it 3? Is it 5? Is it 10 days? I'm pretty sure I can rule out a couple of those. Okay. But yeah, hey, be gutsy. Put it in the live chat. You can do that. Here we go. You can win. dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. Here we go. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2016 Hyundai Sonata from Birmingham, Alabama to Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Is it $500, $640, $790, $905? Cards. Tie. No tie. No. All right. And by the way, don't mess around, because you see Larry? You see the llama? The Quotify llama? Alexa, open Quotify! Larry knows his stuff, so don't test him. He knows what it takes to get the vehicle moved now, in the market now. Although, which is pretty crazy. Now. All right, here we go. Question 3. Interstate 70 in Utah is home to the longest stretch of U.S. highway without motorist services, gas station, rest area, exit. How long is this stretch of road? Dang, the minimum is 75. Wow. Yeah, I did. I think I did. 75, 98, 110, 136. What is the answer? Please put it in the live chat. Ooh, we got money guesses. We've got number of days of Copart guesses. Andy's in here with the 136. We'll see what happens. I'm very curious. And I don't know the answers. I mean, I have them around here somewhere, but I'm so disorganized. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2019 Ford F-150 from Cedar Rapids, Iowa to Charlottesville, Virginia? Is it $675, $790, $860, or $985? Right. Joe's like, watch out for the yellow salt. Good one, Joe. Joe is crushing it tonight. Andy's like, Joe, you're on fire. Absolutely. Okay, we got one more. This is it. Question 5 of 5. Ready? Easily accessible from I-40. VW Slugbug Ranch is a roadside attraction located in what state? Texas, Vermont, Colorado, New Mexico. VW Slugbug Ranch. Well, all right, I'm going to take out Vermont because they said ranch. Although that could be what. VW Slugbug. Oh, it's on I-40. So I don't think that's Texas, because that would be I-10, I believe. I'm gonna go with Colorado. Colorado's my guess. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Okay, listen, that was really fun. Thank you guys so much for playing. Are You a Car Shipping Guru with Larry the Quotify Llama? Really do appreciate it. Don't forget, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up. Become an ATI Insider today. Thank you so much for doing that. Tell your friends. It is now halftime. Oh, thank goodness. We made it to halftime. So do me a favor. Stick around, because we're going to be right back with some more hard news.
Are you completely stressed out from all the calls and the contracts and the verification of loads when nobody answers the phone? Call Murphy Auto Dispatch Services today. Murphy Auto Dispatch Services has over 15 years of experience in the transport industry. We are your office while you are on the road. We book, we verify, and we bill out your loads for you. We have an excellent accounting staff and an even better dispatch team. Give us a call today at 417-273-0021. Or if you want to email me, it's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
That is the voice of Sue. She runs a dispatch office. She's also a fully licensed broker. Do you need help staying loaded or moving a car? Visit murphyautotransportservices.com. Sue's also my co-host on Thursdays. Please join us. I see you're right. As I think about it, let's see here. Andy says, no, that's Texas. And you're right. I was thinking I-70, which would be Colorado, right? So I messed that up. Dang it. All right, folks, let's go back into industry news. Nissan is working with Georgia Tech on improving vehicle deliveries and truck driver routes. Comes out of Automotive Logistics. Nissan North America is 10 months into an 18-month pilot project that aims to tackle capacity pressures in finished vehicle road haulage, improve delivery times, make the job of delivering vehicles more attractive to freight drivers. Three of the main challenges facing the vehicle logistics sector today in the U.S. Working with Georgia Institute of Technology and two of its bigger vehicle haulers, Car Transport and Hanson and Adkins, Nissan is using the latest technology to develop a transit hub network in the southeast region of the U.S. The project aims to break down the stages involved in the delivery of finished vehicles to make the process more efficient and manageable, and they're thinking about the drivers themselves. As part of the project, Nissan and its partners have set up separate teams that are dedicated to shuttling, loading, and driving. Ryan Perman, Senior Manager of Finished Vehicle Logistics North America and Nissan, we're looking at whether you can decouple the traditional model. Check this out. Where a driver picks up the vehicles and delivers to the dealer over 600 to 800 miles, or someone can load the truck, then they go to a relay point to change equipment or unload the vehicle for last mile delivery. Now, I read that and I was thinking, that sounds like a company, a nationwide leading company with lots of commercials, web presence, and branding, and I think that's what they're doing. That's what I'm thinking. Nissan's beginning to see positive results. The finished vehicle logistics network is an ecosystem. We need to treat it and the transport equipment in a way that gets the most efficiency out of the units and the drivers. Check this out. Hey, are you listening? What? Perman said collaboration between the OEMs on shared loads would make sense, especially on calls to smaller locations where only 2 or 3 vehicles are being delivered. We're talking, what are we talking about? 3 to 4 car trailers? Holy mackerel, plus last mile logistics and estimated delivery times. Say it ain't so. Ford acquires Electrify to help with key commercial fleet EV strategy. It's a Silicon Valley startup called Electrify. So much EV talk and news. Mustang Mach-E GT shattered Ford's targeted EP estimated ranges. It's got range, baby. Ford revealed it had hoped to achieve an EPA estimated range of 250 miles, but instead got 270 miles. Meanwhile, on the GT Performance Edition, Ford was shooting for 235, got 260. It's a big deal, because range, right? Range, man. What's up? Volvo's U.S. assembly plant will go all electric by 2030. Man, hearing more and more. How fast can things actually move, right? Gas what? Have you seen this? This is a crazy video. This is a Rivian R1T with a camp kitchen walkthrough. That's right. There's a kitchen shoved into the side of the truck. Pulls right out, stands up. Oh, you want to make eggs? You want to wash dishes? The dishes in the unit. coffee maker, coffee grinder, skillet. And then you just slide it back in when you're done. Have you seen this? Go to YouTube. You can watch the video. It's amazing. Totally amazing. Rivian R1T. Auto Transport Intel is live 4 times a week. This is just the beginning of the week. It's Tuesday nights live. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Oh, that you thought this was fun? Hey, what's going on? DOT compliance, noon every Wednesday. It's only 30 minutes. We bet you can't stump your DOT guy, Brian. We are so sure you can't that we have David on a stump with a car hauler in the background. How we doing? You seen How We Doing? Where we talk about proper load distribution of weight. Don't be the flip of the week. Find out how we doing. Dispatching Live load board search advice. That's a 90-minute show every Thursday. Join us for that. We got the Muggo problems. I know that you have your own Muggo problems. Well, join us for ours. We got money, dice. It's a transport show. It really is. And hey, you know what? Forget about it. Welcome to Auto Transport. Grab a mask and dive right in, because these are the load boards in Auto Transport, and I guess you can do whatever. I don't know. We talk about it. We're gonna have an amazing show Thursday, actually, because last week was the special event NVTA Talks Business. The week before that, I was in Vegas. We haven't had a show in 3 weeks. Man, we got so much to talk about. Always join us for Cars on the Move on Fridays, where we connect dealers, auctions, and carriers. Take 2. Going again. We wrap up the week. We had Running Lane Roundtable last Tuesday night. Great stuff. Love the roundtables. Get to meet people. Awesome. Next week, we've got Connect with Vendor Flow. What's Vendor Flow? You know, here's the thing. We got the brokers. We got the carriers. We need to move loads. Got a load that won't move. What do? Make another random phone call. Grab the phone and just make another random call. I get calls. I don't even dispatch anymore and I get calls. Is that effective? Find out how to do it better. Connect with Vendor Flow. 2 weeks from now, cloud-based tracking with Vlog. What's Vlog? Well, wait a minute. Tracking? Do we need that? Yeah, you need that. Did you see that Tesla thing where they don't even know where their vehicle is, or it's being given to somebody else? Get it tracked. Have it in the cloud. Vlog. That's in 2 weeks. That's going to be a great show. But tonight, we've got... Ooh, we're right on time, too. It's 8:38. Penny, get it ready. Coming in at you pretty soon. Auction Academy training with Auction Academy and AutoIMS and Big Valley Auto Auction. What is Auction Academy? Here we go. What is Auction Academy training? It's a continuing career training and development program for auto auction and auto remarketing employees. We're going to learn more about that tonight. There's Auction Academy class groups, there's curriculum, there are seminars and sessions. We're going to learn so much more about it. Here we are on the Car Shipping Business Channel on a Tuesday night. I know, what do you think so far, right? Like, yeah, I mean, you know, the guy's kind of got a show, but there's so much information so packed in. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to catch my breath. I'll probably have to get back to you later. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night thinking about this show. I hope you do, because here's what's going to happen. We're about to bring Penny Wana, president of Auction Academy, onto the show. Stick around. This is going to be a great interview. Is your current vehicle imaging process producing inconsistent images? Frustrating? Time-consuming? At the mercy of another vendor's schedule? Well, it doesn't have to be. Black Widow Imaging provides a simple system to capture high-quality images of your vehicles in seconds. Simply align the driver's side tire with the floor stripe. Stop on the floor plate to scan your vehicle code and capture the exterior images. It's that easy. It's also equipped with an interactive 360-degree interior camera option so your customers don't miss any details. The results are fast, consistent 4K images that are delivered to your website in minutes. Let us show you how easy your imaging process can be anywhere in the global supply chain. Visit blackwidowimaging.com to schedule a live demo. Black Widow Imaging provides high-resolution solutions for OEMs, auctions, dealers, carriers, rail, port, fleet, insurance, etc. So schedule your live demo today. Go to blackwidowimaging.com. Learn more about it. If you have any questions, please do let us know. autotransportintel@gmail.com. I just heard the doorbell, and I think Penny's here. Let's go ahead and check into the live chat for a second. Let her get acclimated. By the way, see, I told you, my audio dropped. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Okay, I'm checking my audio. I don't know why it does this. Penny's getting ready. I'm getting set. Okay, mic check 1, 2. Okay, I think I'm better there. We got a boom in the live chat from Ty. Maria says, "Go Penny." Maria says, "Auction Academy is not just to the auctions. It's a great eye opener to everyone who deals with auto auction. Talk about visibility, more tracking." Joe says that's awesome. Okay, here we go. Penny, can you see me and hear me okay?
I can see you and hear you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Wow. Thank you for taking the time. And this is an Auction Academy party. We have classes in the live chat, like rooting. I can almost see the stadium.
They're going at it. I love class 6, I love class 5, and all the others before that as well.
All the folks. And so I know you've got some great stuff coming up. Before we get into presentation, etc., please, for folks in my live audience that don't know you, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit more about you and Auction Academy, please.
A little bit about me. My name is Penny Wana, and I am president of Auction Academy, going on my 5th year. I'm very excited. I've been involved in Auction Academy since its beginning in 2012, but the last 2 classes, which class 5 and class 6 were my first real 100% all-in classes. I'm also vice president of administration for TPC Management Company, a consulting and recruiting firm in the auto industry. Going on 17 years, celebrated that this month. Very excited about that. A couple things on my resume that I'm proud of is that I am IARA car certified. My first certification was in 2017. I just recertified last fall in 2020. I'm also NAAA Safety SAM certified and a big advocate of the Safety SAM certification. An incredibly proud member of the 2018 Women in Remarketing class. That was such an honor to receive. I serve on the IARA Certification Committee, the NAAA Education Committee, and the IAG Education Committee. Personally, I'm married to my bestest friend in the entire world, and I've got 3 gorgeous kids. That's it. That's Penny in a nutshell.
That's awesome. Wow. So that you've taken a lot of courses, certification, etc., right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. What you just said, I didn't even know half of that, which is great.
Okay.
And I believe that about you. I bet every time you talk to somebody, there's more information on the table. You seem to be an open book, and that's really, and at car conference, no kidding. You are a celebrity at car conference. And I didn't even know that when I booked you for this show, right? So I'm so lucky. We're blessed to have you here with us tonight.
No, that was so nice to say. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here. And I've never, starting to talk with you about this, I've never had the opportunity to really introduce Auction Academy, the basics, the fundamental, the 5 W's and a little bit of an H, the who, what, where, when, why. So this is a great exercise for Auction Academy as well, just to kind of bring it all the way down to basics and introduce who we are, the core of who we are. So this is exciting. So thanks for that platform to do it.
Cool. Well, and I like that you pointed that too, is that I've said to many folks, listen, this isn't the end all be all. Everything's a work in progress. We're live and then it'll be on demand forever. But it is an opportunity and it's an exercise to just keep sharpening the tools, right? Because now media is such a part of information and marketing, etc. And so let's do that. Let's move into, I gave you access to the screen. If
Okay.
you're ready to start moving into some of that presentation material, I'd love to hand it over to you.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
So we see your screen. Now it is it is larger than my screen, and I've seen that happen before. I don't know why that is. I know you're in presentation mode, and it might look normal on your screen. If we can't get it resized, and I really don't know why. Same thing happened to Jose recently. I know it's weird. I can share my screen, and you can just say next slide.
Okay.
If you want to do that, and let's give that a shot.
Okay.
Because yeah, I can't see it, and whatever I see is what the audience sees. So let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. Let's go to view in. Let's go to full screen mode. There we go. So, can you see? You can see my screen right now, right?
I sure can, yeah.
Okay, great. So if you say next slide, I'll hit next slide. Let's see what happens.
All right, next slide. Please, thank you. This is great. I'm going to let you drive. We're a team. Well, you stole my slide. So here's the exciting part. What is Auction Academy? Let's start. I want to simplify it. And that's not to minimize the program or what we do or who we do it for. But we are a career training and development program for the auto auction and the remarketing employee. What our goal is, first and foremost, is to educate, engage, expose, and introduce our students to every component of the auto auction industry. Next slide. We have two types of training opportunities, and I'm going to talk real brief about the first one, and then I'm going to get real heavy into the graduate course. But I want to make sure and emphasize that they are two separate tracks. There has been some confusion on that. So seminar series is the first opportunity, and the graduate course, which is the 2-year program, is the second. Next slide. So in brief, so seminar series, it is a 1-day training session, and we talk about one topic only. It in the past has been in person, and we ask everyone that signs up to come to Nashville, Tennessee, which is in my backyard. It lasts for a day and a half. We ask you to come in the night before for a welcome dinner, and depending on how much content we have to go over, we may start with a speaker that night, or we have a speaker that just speaks freely on the content. The next day, we're going to spend 8 hours in class, and we're going to go over things like the topics you see below: dealer sales or fleet lease, compliance, leadership, workplace culture, etc. What that would look like in those 8 hours of that day training is, for example, digital managers. We would have someone from OVE come, we would have someone from Auction Edge come, Smart Auction, Liquid Motors, AutoIMS, and each of those speakers are going to talk about their program, their softwares. They're going to talk about what works, what doesn't. They're going to talk about how to increase internet sales, how to efficiently manage internet sales. They're going to talk about outside the fence strategies. The new component for seminar series is going to be virtual. Since we all went virtual due to COVID, we know it works, and we're really excited to offer that with seminar series. So that's going to be coming soon, I hope. Seminar series is somewhat on a pause right now due to COVID, and I'm going to focus on the 2-year program until middle of next year. So in brief, that's seminar series. That's track 1 as an option. Next slide. So here's the heavy hitter. This is the graduate course. This is the 2-year commitment course. Class sizes are between 20 and 25. These 20 to 25 students stay together for the entire 2 years. They are a group. One of the biggest takeaways that I hear from the students at graduation is they're they enjoy the most having the relationships, the bonds that they built with their students, the class students. So these meet in person once a quarter around the country. There's 8 in-person sessions total. The sessions last about 2.5 days, and we alternate between a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday sequence and a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday sequence. Because auctions are coming from all over the place and sale days are on different days of the week, I try not to always hit the same auction all the time. So we kind of mix it up. There are 2 sessions actually that will meet on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And that usually is because of the location or the auction host. It works best for them. And that's actually, I can say, is Nashville, Tennessee, and Birmingham. Let's see, virtual sessions. This, like the seminar series, is a new component I'm going to carry over. I'm currently with Class 6, and this is a phenomenal group because they went through their 4 in-person sessions. Everything was fantastic. Everyone was getting along, gelling well, learning everything, and then COVID hit and shut us all the way down. So what we had to do was make the pivot to a virtual classroom. We went once a month on Mondays for an hour and a half, and we alternated topics between 1 month would be an industry focus, the next month would be a leadership focus. But we put the virtual classroom in place so that we could stay in front of the students could stay in front of each other, and we would still provide a learning place for them. That was a big success, and so we're going to continue that with our new class group and make it part of the curriculum. Let's see, so when you're in person, what a session would look like for you is, depending on the content and what's being taught, you're going to have either hands-on training, you're going to have presentations and lectures, there's going to be networking opportunities, panel discussions, team building exercises, social activities, and we always tour the local auto auction or a vendor site. Next slide, and there's some pictures there if you see those. That's Class 6, actually, having a good time. A few of the curriculum highlights, we talk about and we do everything. We touch every corner of this industry. We talk about sales training, leadership, reconditioning, workplace culture, OSHA. We do a little bit about everything. To touch real quick on marketing and advertising, our class will go to Spokane, Washington, where we are hosted by the McConkey Auction Group, DAA Northwest specifically. And if you're not familiar, they put on one of the largest promotional sales and concerts in the entire industry. So what they do is they invite us during that week, which is insanely busy for them, which I'm sure you can imagine. And not only do they invite us and they host us for meals, they allow us to come in and watch the sale, but they allow some of their key player employees to come to our session, and they teach us about how they put this together. How did they get all of the cars in the lanes that day? How did the promotional marketing take place? And not only do we get to learn how they did it, we're going to leave the classroom, we're going to go over to the auction, and we're going to watch it all happen. We're going to watch it all surface and be a complete success. So in real time, we are learning things in real time, and we're taking them away. We're taking them back to our auctions. All right, next slide. Additional certifications and training that the Academy provides is IARA car certification, Class 5 and Class 6, both 100% car certified. NAAA Safety SAM certification, again, Class 5, Class 6, 100% certified. NAAA arbitration is something new that we just brought in Class 6 is arbitrate. You know, they just went through 4 or 5 hours. I'm missing something here. Andy and Roxana, who are on, can answer that for me. They went through arbitration certification virtually, which was fantastic, hosted by Matt Arias. We're also working with NAAA to come up with a vehicle inspection strategy certification. And what this actually is, it's going to be new for Class 6. They're going to learn it in Detroit when we head that way in August. But what that's going to look like is it's an executive level leadership level type CR writing certification. I don't have any condition report writers in my class, but I've got their bosses, I've got decision makers, I've got leaders. So to be the best leader that you can be, you really need to know what your employees are doing and how they're doing it, how they're trained, what they go through, so you can be the best leader for that area. And that's why we thought it'd be important to bring this up. And Joe Miller is going to talk a little bit about CR writing as well, because it is a trending topic. It's a hot topic right now that we need to get some training and get some control under. Another really exciting thing is NADA. If you're familiar with NADA, they do a 6 to 8 week dealer training course. What we're privileged to have is Michael Hayes with NADA. He has converted his 6 to 8 week course down to a 1-day session, down to 6 hours. And he'll come and he'll teach that to our students. So the Auction Academy students get to see training through the dealer's eyes. It's a perspective that most auto auction employees don't have unless you came from the dealer side. So Auction Academy alumni, they know a little bit about everything. Next slide. So let's see, so who are the students? Who signs up? So we have, you should be a current auto auction or remarketing employee. You should already be in the industry. We're training today generation and next generation. And what I mean by today generation is, even if you've been in your position for however long, but you feel like you have some gaps or you feel like you need additional exposure, this is where we would say definitely join the class. Come and we will give you anything that you feel that you may not have. Next generation, of course, are those new leaders that have been identified. They're either brand new in their management role or they're on the track to become a leader. And so who are our teachers and speakers? We pull from the industry's talent. There is just a ton of talent in this industry. We have incredible veterans that have been doing what they've been doing for however long. And then we've got some of the brightest, youngest minds that just instantly click and know what to do, how to do it. So we pull the best of the best, we pull the experts. And when we're in a different city and state, we do try to pull someone that's local to that area. We also have employees from auctions that'll come and present. We've got Auction Academy alumni that present, those are my favorite speakers, when we can get an Auction Academy graduate to come and present what their expertise is. We have consigners that come and they panel discussions and let us know if they've got cars to give, how you can get them. If you have their cars, they'll tell you how to keep them. We also bring in outside of the industry professionals that have a focus in sales, leadership, and executive level management. And we are all about not only industry training, but we want to create well-rounded professionals, well-rounded leaders. So we do personal development and training as well. Next slide. All right, so who is Auction Academy and the faculty? I have notes because there are a couple on here. Excuse me, here we go. Pierre Pons, that is my boss. He is a co-founder of Auction Academy and TPC Management. He is co-founder and co-operator with his wife, Pauline Pons. Pierre has over 35 plus years in the auto auction industry, and he has just a wealth of knowledge. He presents often to our class groups. He has a presentation on where do cars come from. It is fantastic. It's one of those presentations that just, it fills in all the gaps. It's one of those puzzle pieces. It just makes sense. And if you didn't know, now you know. And if you didn't remember, he reminds you pretty quick. So it's been a joy to work with and for Pauline and Pierre. Then there's myself, and then we've got Charlie Vogelheim. And if you were at the car conference, you know Charlie Vogelheim. He is a moderator, MC extraordinaire. He is phenomenal. And I am delighted to call him one of ours. If you are at a conference in this industry and you don't see his name on that agenda as a speaker, MC, or moderator, keep walking. I don't know what else to tell you. He brings also just a level of confidence and ease from transitioning from speaker to speaker, topic to topic in the event. Not so much if a speaker falls short, but if there's a disconnect somewhere and the group goes quiet, he just knows how to jump in and he knows how to get that connection back up and running, and he is rolling with it. He's fantastic. His resume, like I said, is just far too long for me to know, but you can find him on our website and his little bio is there. Last but not least, Giles Wana, who is a contributor to Auction Academy, and he is also car certified like myself. And I give him props because when I was promoted to president of Auction Academy, before that, a lot of my time was behind the scenes in a support role. So I felt like I did have a lot of gaps, and he encouraged that I go and get car certified, and that would help out. And it did. So thank him for that. But I also lean on him for a lot of introductions. He has his finger on the pulse of everything going on in the industry. And if I know of a topic that's come up and I need a speaker or I need an introduction, he's my guy in the middle, and he's going to make that happen for me. His specialty is in fleet lease, dealer sales, and business development. That's our faculty. Next slide. Oh, so this one got a little distorted. So the next W I'm going to give you is where do the classes travel? So I kind of threw this one together. It's a little bit of both Class 5 and Class 6. Session 1, for example, we're going to go to Nashville, Tennessee. That's our backyard. We're going to have 3 days of basically a syllabus. We're going to talk about the program. We're going to talk about what's going on, what to expect. We're going to give our expectations, and I'm going to ask the class to give me their expectations, because I am here to serve them. I am here to not waste their time or their money. So we are going to make sure that I am doing what they are expecting of me as well. I'm excited to say with Class 7, our new class coming up in Nashville, I'm going to do it a little bit different because with COVID and everyone doing a lot of everything online, I have Peter Laval, who is the longest running supporter of Auction Academy, going to come in, and he's going to do a 3-hour module of his OBE University. So I'm very excited. I don't have everyone that's doing online sales, but everybody in this group needs to be trained on how, or they need to at least be exposed to the process. So we also go to Baltimore, Maryland, where here I'll spend a little bit more time on this one as well, because while in Baltimore, Maryland, we are hosted by Bel Air Auto Auction and Mr. Ray Nichols and Mr. Charles Nichols. They not only allow us to walk into their auction, tour their facility, and we get to meet their key employees, hear about their processes, hear what works, what doesn't work, and then they feed us lunch, and then they give us their conference room, and they say, here, have the day of training on us, bring in your speakers. And it is fantastic. They roll out the red carpet for us. They have always put someone in Auction Academy, classes 1 through current 6, and they have someone signed up for Class 7 as well. Also, I just want to mention, every graduation session for these classes, we do a formal graduation dinner. And this year in Chicago during NAAA, when Class 6 graduates, at that graduation dinner, Mr. Charles Nichols is going to be our keynote speaker, because he will be coming in as NAAA president during this conference. So we're really excited to have him. I'll skip through the other ones, but that's kind of a makeshift schedule of where we would go. And all of the auction logos there are the auctions that have opened their doors for us, and vendors, Auto Check, Auction Access, etc. Next slide. Okay, so here's the why. Why are we, how did this come about? Why did we create this program? So if I get this story wrong, or if I miss out giving credit to somebody, a million apologies, not intentional. So some time ago, legacy auctions, the independent auctions, a handful of them came together, and they had felt they needed a diverse training option for their sons and daughters. All of these auctions here, you can see the Piles, Dr. John Poteet, Lynn Weaver, Bob McConkey. These are independent auto auctions, very successful auto auctions, and they have children that grew up in the lanes. They know the business, they're very successful, and they were coming of age to actually take over either the auction or a pretty substantial position within the auction. But these auctions are so incredibly progressive and successful. They said, yes, we taught them, they can do it and they will do it, but they need more. They need something outside of our auction. They need something outside of the lanes we have. They need to be exposed to more than what I've given them so far. So that's where they came together and they decided, well, let's ask TPC management, because I circle back to Pierre, my boss, who has a gazillion years in this industry. He knows a little bit of everybody and a little bit about everything. So they went to Pierre and they came up with Auction Academy. That's how it came into you. So next slide. So here is the first class ever, 2012, the inaugural class. It was literally sons and daughters. Every single student in this class is a son or daughter of an auto auction, and they were on the path to taking over. This is a vintage photo, actually from 2012. So if they are watching, I apologize if this is not the picture of choice, but I am so proud of this group and I am so proud of this class because this is the one that kicked it off. And it was so successful actually that they said, we got to keep it going. What do we do next? Well, you kind of fall short of having this many sons and daughters of age to do this type of training. So what we did to keep it going was we extended it to general managers and AGM of independent auctions and a couple of sons and daughters that maybe didn't make the first class. So we did that. That was class 2. That was so huge. They said, let's keep it going. So, okay, we expanded it and we opened it to non-independent auto auctions, which was fantastic. So here come Mannheim and Odessa employees. Fantastic. Everybody is getting along with everybody. We have to be comfortable with our competitor. You know, this is a place I like to have Auction Academy very neutral. You can be sitting across from your competitor, but we're all in it to win it. There is plenty of everything to go around for everybody. So we have created a safe place. We're very diverse with independents, with corporations. And then of course we had to get bigger. So we opened it up to vendors and consigners and anybody else that wants to be in it. Next slide, please. And so we begin to grow. Next slide. We grow some more. Next slide. And we grow a little bit more. Next slide. We have graduated over 100 leaders since 2012, and we couldn't be more proud. Class 6 is in this picture here, but class 7 is already on deck, and I've got 25 students waiting to join in November. So I'm really excited for that. Next slide. And here are just a handful, clearly a handful of the auto auction logos, vendor logos, anyone that has been in classes 1 through 6. Here's who they're representing. Next slide. And so I just want to take 2 seconds and I want to talk about who makes this possible for us, especially with COVID. When we shut down for COVID, we stopped asking for tuition. We suspended all tuitions. We didn't think that it was right to have anyone paying to do a virtual session. So what we did is we went to our sponsors, we went to our partners, we went to our friends and allies of Auction Academy, and they were all in. Next slide. So here are a few logos of our sponsors. Our partnering sponsors are at the top. They are doing anything and everything that we could possibly want and a little bit more. Our academic sponsors are really focused on sponsoring one specific type of curriculum or one specific type of event. And then we have our host sponsors, which we've already seen these logos. These are those that open the door for us to walk through their facilities and meet their people and talk with their people. Next slide. These are the virtual sponsors that really stepped up over the last year and said, whatever you want to do, we are in it with you. We believe in you. We believe in your program. We believe in this class group. So let's keep them connected. And they were there to support us by all means necessary. Next slide. But here is where I want you to listen to the graduates for one quick minute. Can you play the video?
You know, I don't think the video's embedded in my PDF file. I know that's going to be, and I didn't actually, I saw this slide and I didn't know, I wasn't sure what that was, and now I understand it's a video.
It's a video, yeah.
Well, here's what I can do. I can, the testimonials on the website, I can go to that.
Yeah, okay, there's 2 on there, so I can tell you which one to pick. Yeah, it's great.
Let's give this a shot. All right, so we go to, and by the way, I learned something. Hey, let me try something here. Share sound. I just learned that I can share the sound. All right, yeah, so where do I go to?
So scroll down.
Okay. Yeah, testimony. Okay.
Here we go. This is the first one with Christina Shepard. Yeah, you can share that one.
Uh-oh, did I mess it up? Okay.
I've had the privilege and honor these last couple of years of being a part of the Auction Academy. It has been a fantastic opportunity to learn and grow, both professionally and personally.
Auction Academy has been the greatest investment that Big Valley Auto Auction could have made. It has given us the opportunity to actually explore a lot of the industry.
There's so many ways to be successful in this business. A lot of it's based on hard work, but the ability to see how different auctions run, different operations, different companies, and be able to take that back home to my company is going to be huge to just develop a better business model.
The leadership training that they offer is fantastic, second to none. They bring in speakers that kind of develop and cultivate the leadership qualities in you.
My world has been dealers for the last 6 years, and being able to learn about fleet companies and visit with vendors and open up my eyes to different parts of the auction world has just made me a more well-rounded employee.
Everything's first class, the meals, all the speakers, everything you get to do with this Auction Academy. It's something that's going to really help progress your future.
And they bring in so much and offer so much that touches from safety to leadership to the ins and out of an operation, the auction tours that happen.
The structures at most of the auctions are very similar, but there are specific nuances that make each auction house very unique.
Some of the trips expand your perspective, more so than just the remarketing of vehicles, but how these vehicles are integrated into our system, I guess you could say, where they start and how they end up all the way through the process.
One of the things that I found extremely interesting is visiting a rail yard in the Dallas market, also visiting both Ford and GM and seeing from the inside what they deal with.
We work with these cars all the time. We just, we just take it for granted as to how they're being built and how much work it takes into them. So that was really cool.
It has given me so much appreciation for our customers and more understanding about their business, enabling me to serve them better in my role in marketing at the auction.
They do an amazing job each time of mixing together learning and having fun. And some of the best parts of Auction Academy have been entertaining, getting to know each other.
I know that there are some people in this class that I will be friends with for the rest of my life. And I wasn't expecting that from a business trip and 8 classes over a 2-year period to make such strong bonds.
I remember coming home from the very first class and sending out an email to everyone in the group. And just a quick question, have y'all ever had this issue? What did you do? And I got about 10 responses in the first 5 minutes.
People are ready to help. It doesn't matter if you're a competition or part of the same auction chain. And seeing that come to fruition at this level has been fabulous, and I didn't expect to see it.
I'm getting firsthand, knowledge from the people who are actually, doing these specific roles at the auction that I would have never got, at the corporate office.
It's been from day one, just a pleasure. We hate to have it end. We've teased Penny about having a master's class so that we can all stay together.
This course is tailored to our industry, so it definitely is going to add value to a career in the auto industry, auto auction industry.
The facilities and activities that you get to witness and be a part of, you can take those back to your locations and put those processes, or at least have ideas to go back and engage those with your team.
If you are a new person getting in the industry, or if you're someone that's been in it for a long time, doesn't matter. There's so many different things to gain from it.
I want to thank Penny. She is amazing. Giles, Charlie, Pierre, everyone in Auction Academy.
I am so grateful for the opportunity to go through this, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. I would start this class again tomorrow, and we will definitely be sending people from our auction. So we'll be at the next class too.
That is an awesome testimonial video.
Isn't that great? I mean, not to steal Maria and Lisa's thunder, they'll be joining us soon, but fantastic.
Yeah,
great words.
It really great. In fact, I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? You know what time it is? I should have hit the button here. I'm gonna hit this button. Hang on. I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna send an email to Joe. I guess we're all just gonna see that on the screen. Hang on one second. Here, I'm gonna go to the live chat. Hold on. Let's see, Joe. It is time for you to join us, and I'll say this too. Yay. I saw this in the live chat. When the testimony was rolling, Maria calling out the names of everybody. That must be really neat. Does every session hit 8 cities?
Yes.
Wow.
Except I retract. Except Class 6, unfortunately, we did have to take 2 off of their schedule because of COVID. We're going to make up. There's another thing about Class 6. It's a 2-year program, but Class 6 is officially on year 3. So there's that. And there's one of my favorite people ever. Hey, Joe.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
Great. Joe, welcome to the show again. Joe, you've been here before, but please do, once again, say hello. Tell the live audience a little bit about yourself, and then we'll open it up.
First of all, I'm woozy. This is crazy. There's so much energy, and it's like midnight here or something. So it's great to see you guys again. It's great to be back on the show. Joe Miller, VP of Client Experience for AutoIMS. We're the inventory management system that sits between the physical auction marketplaces and the commercial consignor world. That you threw out that word, that consignor word earlier, Jay, and said it like this is a word that no one understands. And I get it. It's kind of a funny word.
Well, it is a funny word, and I think that consignor is a I'm not sure what adjective to use here. It's the kind of word that I think a lot of people don't know what a consignor is. What's a consignor? Please tell us what a consignor is.
Well, yeah, it's think about like a consignment shop. I have something that I want you to sell for me, right? And so an auction will do that for you. So I'm consigning my vehicle to the auction. There's only one problem. You got to get the car there, right? So that's where the transporters come in. And that's a big part of what people manage through our system is the back and forth, and we connect to transporters, and we've got some other things I'll talk about in a few minutes. But the real reason I wanted to come tonight was to support Penny and the Auction Academy, because it's been such a really cool thing since 2012. Did I read that right?
Yes, right.
Oh, my God, I was looking at those pictures from Class 1 and the sons and daughters, and I was like, this is so awesome. This is going to be a great year or 2 of this program, and it's really cool, making new relationships, and then we'll go do something else. And meanwhile, I didn't know you well enough at the time, Penny, but everything you touch turns to gold. So, meanwhile, you've got this amazing program with great traction. It's the easiest money that AutoIMS spends. And I say that without hesitation. It's a funny thing because there's several ways in our industry that you can pay people to then publish content that you worked very hard to produce and that you think adds value. And with the Auction Academy, I can tell you we do both without hesitation. We try to work hard and present good content that's by no means just a sale. These guys all know AutoIMS, right? So it's like one of those things where I don't have to go there and say, use AutoIMS. It's not about that. It's more about how can I help the auctions, which, by the way, are my shareholders. AutoIMS is owned by the auction community. So it's an easy fit to support this, but it's turned out to be a wonderful, wonderful investment in the relationships. And I saw that catch Ty's eye earlier in the chat. He was talking about, did someone say relationships? It's largely about that, but it's also this amazing content that Penny curates year over year. It just keeps evolving. And as the industry evolves, and boy, I really love some of those ideas, even all the way back to whatever class one Lisa was probably going to talk about it. But you need to have an alumni class, a master's class, a PhD or something, and catch all the old folks up on all the new stuff.
Right, agreed. Yes, it's in the works.
Yeah. So good stuff. I'm really cool to support the Auction Academy. There was also some chatter in the chat about including auto transport related items. And of course, we've seen presenters. That's one of the, by the way, it's kind of like cheating, and another reason why it's easy to spend the money for sponsorship. But because Penny invites me, I get to go a lot. And it's really neat being a part of the class and getting the honorary degree where I can get it. But hearing these other speakers talk about what they're focused on and what they want to teach the class is super important. And so auto transport's always been a part of that, Penny, as long as I can remember. I don't know if with as much of focus as there could be. There can always be more focus on that.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Yeah, though we've always had that component added as well. We've had United Road and Elite Transport, and we've even had Scotty Cobb come up and do a live demo on a hauler. I mean, so the students have seen it go on and come off. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Well, and so as part of the locations, because we heard about rail yards, OEM, dealers, maybe even consigners. To go to those locations, are you at a location or a demo situation for 2.5 days? How does that break out?
No, we would usually do, if there's some type of demo like United Road, what did they do? They met us over at one of the Las Vegas auto auctions, and they had a car hauler there with some cars ready to go on it and off it. So that was maybe about 30-45 minutes. So it's not the full day, it's just part of the session.
Now Ty was like, wait a minute, 30-45 minutes? That's how long it takes him just to say hello. What I did is I went ahead and I sent the invites out to Lisa and Maria so they can join the party, and then we can all climb into the party bus. Got folks in the live chat, and Maria has been blowing up the live chat. So Joe, what's going on with the socks? Are there some socks that I need to get?
Oh, wait a second. I've got socks. You need socks? This is
I got several pair of used car week, but I don't have those.
Well, Maria's first in line. Sorry, I got my artificial background. So I knew we were going to be surrounded by really strong women, so I brought my own really strong woman. This is Logistica.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Logistica.
You remember her from my first appearance, and
yes.
We've actually launched the Transport CR app with our partners, conditionreports.com, which we're super excited about. All you guys out there listening at home can download the app. It's called the Transport CR app. It's by conditionreports.com. It's their app. It's their baby. But we're connected to it so that the consigners, which, by the way, in our world, that's banks, that's finance companies, rental car companies, fleet management, OEMs, all the off-lease cars, that kind of thing. They can see this transporter CR that we're giving you the opportunity to create for the chain of custody. That's the chain of custody.
Love it. Congrats. That's fantastic. Great
We're
job.
really excited about
Where
it.
are my socks, man? Where are my socks?
They're literally
right there.
My background isn't working. They're coming. I have the care package. I need to go to the post office.
So we will start with, starting on the left, Maria. Welcome to Auto Transport Intel live on Tuesday night. Please say hello. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, hello, everybody. Penny, Joe, it's great to see you guys. Lisa, I saw you today. My name is Maria. I'm the comptroller at Big Valley Auto Auction. And, you know, I'm a huge supporter of Auction Academy, as you can see. Auction Academy actually got us started with IARA car certification, and Lisa and I are both recertified as of May. We both got recertified already, so we're waiting for our third one so we could be lifelong certified on IARA, which is great. Safety SAM certified, and we also actually had Matt Arias come down to the auction and certify us all in arbitration rules. So we're pretty much in arbitration too as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And, you know, some of my personal takeaways from Auction Academy is that, you know, one thing that Lisa and I both learned was that no matter how large or how small the auction is, we all have the same problems. We all have the same issues. We all have just everything is the same. It's just, you know, some have 2,500 cars and some have 200 cars. So that was great. And, you know, and every class that we went to, we always came back super inspired. We were enlightened. We, you know, almost rejuvenated because we got to sit with some amazing people. And, you know, as you were saying, you know, as we're seeing the video, just seeing Christina, I talk to Christina all the time, you know, with text Matt, you know, Ben, Philip, you know, Matt, to Mannheim, you're talking about, you know, with your competition. Ben and Philip are both Mannheim, and they're high up in Mannheim, and we're great friends with them and still keep in contact with them once in a while. So it's, you know, you get the perspective from all across the spectrum. And my favorite part of Auction Academy was when, after all the sessions, all of us, I mean, the whole group got together and we would just dissect the whole day, and we would just talk and laugh, and we would stay there, you know. Of course, Penny and Pierre, y'all got to go to sleep early. Of course we wouldn't, because we were just so excited, and we would just talk and talk and talk. And like Lisa said, you know, the first time we had this chain going. I mean, it probably like what, 50, 60, just the thread kept on going until Penny cut us off from the Auction Academy email, and we lost them all. But I mean, it's not. And
your mic cut out. I didn't hear that. I don't.
No, but like you were saying, I was blowing up the chat because I want to tell people that it's not just about auto auctions. I mean, anybody could go into it because it gives you an insight to auto auctions. And you know, so whether you're a transport company, whether you're into paints or, you know, automotive parts, whatever it is, if you touch an auction, you're going to learn because you go to so many different places. But anyway, that's my 2 cents there.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. And so to round it, hey, Lisa, great to have you here. Please say hello and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Hi, my name is Lisa Franz, and I am the general manager of Big Valley Auto Auction. But truly, it's a family endeavor. There's no bosses at our auction. It's a great big family. We say when you're here, you're family, and we really mean that. I've been blessed to work with Maria for the last 13 years. We're going to have our September, our 13th anniversary month this year, so we'll be celebrating our anniversary all month. But we started working with TPC management. Giles kept calling me, and I thought, we know enough about the auction business. We've been open all of about 3 months. And Giles really was our introduction to TPC. And we were with them for several years and had gone through their seminar series. I think we've gone to all of them, sent operations managers, our sales manager, really saw the value in what they had to offer. Compliance was not on our radar until we went to one of the seminar series and really got a dose of what was coming, and it was perfect timing that we did. We knew about Auction Academy. None of us are children, really. We were too old to be in the first class, and didn't make the second class. But when we were able to go, Maria and I attended. Our sales manager is part of class 6, and our operations manager is going to be part of class 7. So I said in that video, and I mean it, Big Valley will always be at Auction Academy as long as there's an Auction Academy to go to. And I do believe there should be a master's class, because I still think there's so much that we learn every time we get back together at a conference. You know, this last week or so ago in Vegas was like reuniting the Auction Academy class. It's just, I can't tell you what it's meant to our business. And it's kind of a funny story. Maria's talking about Mannheim, and right before COVID hit, or well, about a year before COVID, we got a call from one of our Academy classmates who happened to be with Mannheim, and he said kind of a crazy thing. We'd like to get you on a call with Mannheim. How would y'all feel about partnering up and doing a remote sale? Partners, Mannheim, Big Valley. And we thought, well, hey, that sounds great. Let's try this. And honestly, I mean, Mannheim, I don't know that we helped them a whole lot, but that year of having that remote sale, working with Mannheim, when COVID hit, the exposure that we had gotten from being online with Mannheim was amazing, because when we shut down, we had probably 3 times the online buyers that we had previously. So, I mean, that was just one of those things that comes out of the relationships that we've built through Auction Academy. And I can't say enough about it. I would, gladly all day long tell you how much it has meant to our auction, and how grateful we are for the friendships, and for Penny and Giles and Pierre and Charlie. Charlie's great.
And Charlie.
Your testimonial, I was thinking about where you were talking about you sent out an email, and right within 5 minutes you had answers.
It was amazing.
Right? It is amazing.
It was amazing. Right before Auction Academy started, we sent out these little boxes to everyone, because we're in South Texas. I mean, South, go just down to the border, and no one knew where we were. And we figured everybody's going to laugh that, oh, and here come those women, crazy women from Big Valley Auto Auction. Nobody knows where we are. So we sent out these little gift boxes, and they had like tequila and some Mexican candy, and just kind of, put us on the map. Y'all know where we are. When I got back, I sent out a thank you and just said, hey guys, have y'all ever dealt with this? And literally within 5 minutes, I had 10 answers. And that was the string that Maria, or the thread that Maria was talking about. It went on for 2 years. There were hundreds of, it got confusing after a while, because you couldn't follow it anymore. But people were so eager to help and offer solutions, and even credit acceptance when we started working with some of the bigger remarketers, and we needed help with compliance, and people were so eager to help us. It was amazing.
But even now, we could just pick up the phone and call anybody across the country, and they'll give us their opinion on how they handle an item or so forth. And so it's just been it's been such a great investment for Big Valley Auto Auction.
Definitely. And we can call Joe anytime and get socks.
Joe, did you get one of those boxes she was talking about with the tequila in it?
Yeah, let's go back to the tequila box. I will say this: I was part of one of those debrief sessions. Those unpack the day after the whole auction. Yeah, where it's real serious, where we sit down with the class and everyone talks through what they learned. Yeah, code for shots. But anyway, I'll send you my address.
That's what I was thinking. I'm going to the bar. I'm right there, man. That sounds awesome. I know. Really, Ty, he doesn't get a microphone or a camera right now, but he's got to be doing circles on the floor right now. Ty would love to be in one of these sessions. I know it. He talks about the auction. He talked about the auction before any of us on Auto Transport Intel really talked about the auction. We're talking about the carriers, talking about the loads, talking about the drivers and the dispatchers and the trucks, and he's like, auction, 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 and it's great. And so it's neat to. Here's what I want to, Penny, what's going through your mind when you hear all this enthusiasm of these programs?
Oh, I just don't want to get emotional. I am proud. I am proud. I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. And when I hear that, I feel as if it has surfaced and I'm doing something right. I'm not doing everything right, but I'm doing something right. And I'm always aspiring to do more. And so that just gives me confirmation that I'm on the right path and to, stay focused, keep moving forward, keep doing this. And as much as the students walk away with these bonds and relationship with each other, I'm so personally attached to each one. Now, I'm too young to be their mother, okay? But I can be an auntie or a sister just like that. And I am so attached to each and every single one. So I'm proud. I'm proud. I'm wearing my glasses so you can't see me tear up.
And how cool is that? To have gone through the program, spent the time with the class and the locations and on-hands learning to know that, I guess that's where the enthusiasm is now never ending, because it's an incredible experience. Not only did you learn a lot, it's good for business. It's great for human energy, relationships. I don't want to get too weird with it, but isn't this the kind of thing that everybody wants to be a part of?
I hope so. For class 5, and I'll do the same for class 6 when they graduate, the whatever convention we're at where we graduate them, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lisa and Maria, but I think you guys were at Used Car Week.
In Vegas.
In Vegas, so you were at the car conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So everyone makes such a big fuss over this group, which is phenomenal. The IAG board of directors, they hand out plaques with their names on them. We call each one up one at a time. OVE does an awards banquet or reception. They acknowledge them. That's fantastic. And AAA themselves put us on their agenda during a key, either a session for awards or a luncheon. And we get time on the stage and we get to announce them one after another, have them cross the stage and actually get a diploma. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's stuff like that. They deserve that type of acknowledgement. But back to my point. So with class 5, I actually compiled just a laundry list of stats. I took every single student and every location we went to from home base to the session, and I calculated miles. How many miles did each student travel to come to a session? How many hours did they sit in a chair and listen to a speaker? How many speakers did they listen to? So on and so forth. The stats is just, it's a laundry list of greatness. And my point in telling people that was because they're in it not just for themselves, not just for their auctions or their companies, but they're in it to better themselves for this industry. What's better than that? When we're in it to win it, I really mean it. They are all in. They give their all. They leave their auctions, they leave their homes, they leave their families. They come to an environment that I'm providing. You better believe it's going to be the best damn environment that I can provide, because I'm not going to waste their time or their money. So I'm here to serve them. It's for the industry. They're all in it for the industry.
Penny,
can I chime in on that? Like something that, like Penny, you had said, it's not just us going in for the business. One of the greatest takeaways that we have had was actually when we at DAA, when we met with Greg, and I said this during the interview at the conference. Shh, quiet. He opened our eyes to raving fans, and we're on this roll. I'm we're reading this book called Dream Managers. And I mean, we're just on fire, but it all started with raving fans. And that raving fans really changed the dynamics of our auction. And it was again, through Auction Academy that we got that. And, you know, we thank them all the time for it.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed with the auction industry, the owners, there's a heck, speaking of the owners, we know who's pushing Maria around, that have ponied up and made the investment. I think we've probably all heard the story, but it bears repeating, of the CFO talking to the CEO saying, what if we pay to train them and then they leave? And the CEO, the visionary, saying, what if we don't pay to train them and they stay? You know? And so
totally
right. And in this industry, it's very easy for some stalwart, traditional, entrepreneurial, I built this thing from the ground up, I know how it works, this is how we do it, you don't need to go learn it from somebody else. For a lot of those types of people to come out and say, get on the airplane 4 times a year and go, log in to the Zoom meetings, learn. Brilliant, great. Yeah, it's so encouraging to me as a vendor to this industry, and as a part of a company that's owned by the industry. It's very encouraging.
I agree. Yep.
It's a pretty intense travel schedule. I see the value, but right, because you're traveling once a quarter.
Yes.
And so, I mean, that is, and so so let me see if I got it here.
Wasn't Katie the furthest, and then it was us?
Yes, yeah. Katie got first place.
Yeah, Katie got first place, and then it was us.
Right.
As far as, because you had some of those stats, distance traveled, etc.
Traveled the furthest, over the 2 years, correct.
So Dallas is like 3 hours from everywhere in the United States, but Big Valley Auto Auction is like 47 hours from everywhere in the United States.
Send you that picture. Can you show that picture that I sent you guys?
Yeah. So let's see here.
Look at that picture. Look, that's why I said in the chat that we're almost international of how far down south we are.
So there. Okay. So
look,
here,
that's where we are, way down there.
Gotta blow that up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's see if we can zoom in. So you are down at I-0.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean,
you can't. I know. Look at San Antonio, and Dallas is way up there.
You're 100 miles south of San Antonio.
I'm telling you, we're international.
I didn't even know you could do that and not be in the water.
Now we're 200
Is
miles.
this a water auction? You guys? All right. Wow. That is amazing. So that's Donna, Texas. Is that right? Donna, Texas.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I've got another, let's see, you've got Meet the Family. You sent me this.
That's our family right there. Of course, we got our fearless leader, Miss Lisa, myself. As you see, I cut my hair. There's Miss Amanda. She's our office manager. Mede, who's in class 6. Shout out to Mede. I know you're out there in the chat. Omar is his sales. And then we have Richard, who's going to be in class 7. And then he's our operations. And then there's Gene. He's our transportation.
Gene, what's up?
Dream team.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it's great to see the faces. That was amazing, Penny. Actually, your as you went through the progression of the classes, my goodness.
Isn't that fantastic?
We were running out of screen room.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud. And obviously there's going to be some drop off in each class. That's usually at the very beginning. There's turnover. We've had pregnancies and marriages. I mean, we have all just grown together. It really does become a family. With little independent families, each class is a family, but Auction Academy as a whole is a family. So I'm very, very proud with what we've done so far. And like I said, though, some of my favorite, Joe, like you're literally one of my most favorite humans ever, but some of my most favorite presenters are Auction Academy graduates. They come back and they get in front of a new class group and they deliver presentations or trainings on what they are doing at their auctions, what their expertise is. You know, we had Cody Boswell from Missouri Auto Auction come in and do auctioneering because he was in the auctioneering championship. So, I mean, it's fantastic to have that. We've had Ben Caffey with Mannheim Express come in and talk about what is Mannheim Express, etc. So it's fantastic to have that. I've got a couple lined up for Class 7 to come back. They want to do a panel discussion. Graduates want to do a panel discussion on the ins and outs of a conference. I've got actual people that host the conferences that come into the class and say, here's what you do, here's why you do it, you know, whatever. But the students came to me and said, hey, they should have it from our perspective. Fantastic, absolutely. So I'm excited about that. I'm now getting speakers coming to me asking, can they present? Can they get in front of the group? That's a great problem to have. I'm quite proud of that.
Penny, I've got some. I'm sorry about that, Jay. I was going to say, so world exclusive for your show. I've been saving it. I've got something for you to evaluate soon, Penny. You mentioned all the certifications that you now include in the curriculum. So IARA you added recently. I'm car certified. We've got a number of car certified people. Great certification. The NAAA stuff, etc. We are in early stages, but rolling right along towards a public launch, hopefully next year, of the AutoIMS Learning Institute, ALI.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
With an e-learning platform, the whole thing. So we're excited to introduce that to the world. And, you know, I'm just saying that could be something available very inexpensively to the Auction Academy.
Fantastic.
Hey, so will we get it? Will we get a diploma or something? You know, certificate?
I love paper.
You'll get one of those square hats with a tassel that matches the socks.
I want my socks.
Joe, that's fantastic. Congratulations to you and AutoIMS and whoever on your team is working on that. I am so proud of you. That's fantastic. And I would jump at it if we can somehow bring that into the curriculum. Obviously, that's great. Awesome. And that's another thing that I also do. You know, it's not just me, it's not just us, it's not just Auction Academy. There are so many resources in this industry for learning and training. Everyone should know all of them. Everyone should do every single one of them. There's room for all of us. And if we overlap a little bit, perfect. Let's just hope we're saying the same thing. That's the only overlap concern I'd have. But that's fantastic, Joe. Congrats. Great announcement. Yay.
Yeah, and Joe, you've already got, because we were talking about your blog. I don't know if there's any overlap there. Where will we first see some of this happening? On your website? Have I gone too far? Jay?
Yeah. Pineapple.
Pineapple.
You guys remember that from the car conference? No, it's not that. It's still a little topsy. It's still skunk work. So when we go to roll it out, you'll know. We'll. You're on my list, Jake. Don't worry.
Really?
Everyone's on my list. Yeah. You'll know. You'll know when it's time to know.
You guys heard that in the live chat? That's unbelievable.
You're getting socks.
He's putting us on the list.
But it's one of those things that's partially inspired by Penny and crew doubling down on these certifications and seeing the continued adoption of the Auction Academy. It's like, we got to get in on this. Not to mention, I needed some of my own people to go a little bit deeper in their own learning of AutoIMS. So why don't you go write the manual? You know, that kind of thing. So.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
That is
yes.
really, really cool. I was fishing for, let's see, we got 10 minutes left. Here's what I wanted to make sure of. Let's see, Penny, you and I talked about, we had student perspective we wanted to make sure we followed up on, auction owner perspective, sponsor and speaker perspective. Those are prompts to, have we forgotten anything? Is there anything we wanted to make sure we talked about?
I think the only thing that I'd like to make sure I get out there is that my current class group, Class 6, will be graduating in September at the NAAA conference. I'm very excited to make the biggest fuss over them ever. They are some troopers. Like I said, a 2-year program. They're on their 3rd year because of COVID. So I gotta let them graduate. I gotta let them fly the nest. Class 7 is on deck and basically built. We're gonna start right away. We're gonna kick off things in November of this year. I'm very excited, and we're gonna do a lot of new things with Class 7. And Class 6, Class 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are all welcome to always circle back, join any other session in a new class group. They're always welcome. The door is wide open.
So I'm following along here. Is that so? Class 6 graduating. Is there something happening at the NAAA in Chicago in September?
Yes, that's when they'll graduate. Correct.
Okay. It's like a ceremony of sorts.
There will be, yeah. Well, the Tuesday night before the conference starts, Auction Academy sponsors, alumni, auction owners, the graduates will have a formal graduation dinner that night. Great celebration. I'm very excited. And then the next day during the NAAA, I believe it's the opening luncheon, Tricia has given us some time at the beginning to graduate the students. So each student in Class 6 will walk across the stage, get their diploma after their name is called. Yeah. Lots of branding. Their name will be everywhere. Yeah, we'll make a big fuss. And actually, I think it's Wednesday morning too. I'm sorry, I don't have the agenda in front of me. But the IAG group will have a general meeting as well for their membership. And they'll also call out the Academy graduates by name and offer them a plaque. Compliments of Charlotte Pyle, Lynn Weaver, and Dave Blake.
And you know what? And Penny does everything first class. I mean, it's 100% first class.
Joe's like, don't I know it? Now, class Class 7, that starts in Nashville.
Yes, the first session will be held in Nashville. We always have the first session in Nashville, which is our backyard. We bring everybody to our home turf. We show them a really good Southern good old time. And that's going to be more of a syllabus. We really talk about the ins and outs of the program, what to expect. I also ask them what their expectations are. And this time around, we're going to do it a little bit different. Like I had mentioned, we're going to have Peter LaBelle of OVE come in and do a 3-hour component of his OVE University to make sure that everybody is cross-trained on online sales, what to do, how to do it, the importance of it. Because of COVID, it's important. If you're not doing it today, if that's not your job today, it may be your job tomorrow, or you may be in charge of or leading somebody that's handling it tomorrow. So you need to be exposed to it. You need to know it, and you need to at least understand it, even if it's not something that you do every day. Just like all of the topics in Auction Academy, we're more of a generalist program. Everybody does something different. Everybody goes back home to their auction or their company does something different, but you need to know a little bit about everything to at least be exposed to know your way around it, to be the best leader that you can be.
And with all of the, you had that slide with so many companies. I mean, that in itself is a major convention of who's who. I mean, you've got, it seems like everybody's involved. Don't you, in the live chat, if you just found out about this, don't you feel pretty left out? What's going on? Well, how do I get... And that's what's neat, and that was the goal. My goal for tonight was to learn more and to feel like I got a handle on. When you first said like Class 5, Class 6, Class 7, right. I didn't know what we're talking about. And I think now I'm really getting an understanding of it. And Ty's like, yeah, I want to be in one of these classes.
We usually do try to name the class, like the first one is Next Generation, the actual sons and daughters, and then the second class group, I think, was the general managers. And then we opened it up to, I think it was operations and then administration. And so, but you get to Class 6 and what they have been through, we've just kind of hashtagged it, the one with the pandemic. I don't know what else to call them. They are just some troopers, some animals, some beasts. They're in it. So we kind of stopped naming the classes. So if anybody's got any ideas, Class 6, name your class. Now's the time. Andy and Roxana, I know you're out there.
Meta's out there too.
You? And Medi, what should we call you guys? There's time still.
Class 9, transporters.
There you go.
I love it.
And that is where it's we know there's a bit of a divide in some of the verticals and some fragmentation, and so it's great to be talking about. I love that you said you had United Road. Did you say Scott Kolb?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome too.
Yeah, he was one of our original sponsors. Yep.
Wow, that is awesome. Well, we are at 9:55. We're close to that finish line. This is where I say final thoughts. Anybody have anything that I'm over here. So I'm scribbling like crazy. See this? Right. Charlie. I do want to say Charlie. I got to meet Charlie at Car Conference in Las Vegas. That guy's awesome. He
Agreed.
is a jewel.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a prize to have, and I'm so thankful that he's on our team, part of our team. He's so busy. He does so many things. Yeah, he's just a good one to have close by.
Because that, specializing in transitions, know anybody? It helps a lot, right? All right. Any final thoughts? Anybody?
Jay, can you show the mug of problems? Do you have that handy? I need one of these.
What is it?
Okay, so this is actually my standby. See, because this is the real mug. It's one of those shows where we have lots of. So, anyways, these are the problems, and on Thursdays, imagine these problems in this mug, and I stir it up, and I also have a drum roll on my. Anyways, so then I stir up the mug of problems, and I pull out a problem. Do you guys want to see an actual mug of problems problem?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Now, we hit a lot of repeats. And these problems, I wrote all these problems during one of my dispatcher training sessions.
Here's why I care, just before you read a problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because so often our clients come to us and ask for solutions. I need to build a bridge, and they don't know why they need to go across it, and they can't articulate the value in going from here to there, et cetera, et cetera. And that's the problem, and that's the magic. I need a muggo problems.
Actually, that's why I actually talk about the muggo problems. At first, it seemed like this is weird, and then I realized, wow, we all have a muggo problems.
Yeah.
Or we need to put one together. Here's an actual problem.
Okay,
and
go for it.
This is cross vertical. I'm so glad I picked this one. You feel like you have to become someone's new best friend to get a good paying load. Actual problem. Because negotiation itself doesn't always accomplish the monetary gain you need. You actually need to, what's the word? Build a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's not always the easiest thing when you're randomly talking to somebody that you've never randomly talked to before. Can you make a new best friend in 10 seconds? I really need that load. What are you doing next week? Let's go shopping. But before we do that, can I get that load and fill my carrier? It's an actual problem.
Sounds very familiar to the auction folks, I'm imagining.
Exactly.
What do you mean you don't want to trust my auction with your this crazy amount of assets?
I've got so much good stuff to tell you, but I really don't have time at the moment.
Yeah.
How do I solve this problem?
It's a good mug. Don't be afraid of the mug of problems.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. I got the bells and the buzzers and the horns. And I know that sometimes it's ready. Okay, so we even have that. We can mix a martini live on us.
Is that what that was? Oh, no.
Yeah, that was a martini.
I didn't recognize the sound.
Well, it's
Mine shake differently.
It's because it's ping pong balls, because I can't keep ice handy. I know, it's just one of those things.
That's great.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yes,
Thank you guys
thank you.
for joining me. This was really fun. It was really informative. And the live chat was really busy. I'm showing the live chat again. And relationships, key word.
Relationships.
And
socks.
That'd be
Right.
right.
And I'm so thankful, Maria, Lisa, and Joe. I'm so thankful the relationships that we have and that we continue to have. It's only going to get stronger. I'm only going to get weirder and more obsessive over you guys. So thank you for being all in it with me. And Jay, it's been great to connect with you, and I am excited for our future.
Thank you. Yeah, it has. It's been amazing. And I once again want to thank Car Conference. I felt, like distanced, except for the internet and Zoom meetings and whatnot. So to see people again and have the time, thank you for introducing me to Colleen Fitzgerald. This is what relationships are all about. It really was amazing to see you at Car Conference, and I look forward to seeing you all again at the NAAA in Chicago.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there.
Cool. Very cool. All right, everybody, thank you all so much. I'm going to let you go.
Thanks.
See you,
We
bye.
made it.
Take
It's
care.
10 o'clock. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, and that meeting is over. Like that, I let everybody go. Thank you all so much for being in the live chat. Becky, thank you so much. Becky was at Car Conference, and Becky's going to be on Cars on the Move a week from Friday, I believe. And I saw a lot of names that Andy, we don't know. I don't know you, Andy, but you apparently know Auction Academy very well. In fact, I see. Okay, so Mare, is it Mere? I think you were at the booth at Car Conference. And look, Maria blowing up the live chat. So cool. Thank you guys so much for being a part of Auto Transport Intel Tuesday Nights Live, episode 196 in a row on a Tuesday. Started this up in 2017. Happy to be here. And it is neat to see it keep going. And we've got our own community and relationships going. Mic check 1, 2, 3. I think we're a little bit hot. Checking the audio at the end of the show. Great job, Jay. Way to wind it up. Thanks for watching ATI. I want to thank United Road, GoNVTA.org. If you've got more questions, send me an email. Check out NVTA Talks Business. That was last week. It was a great session. Thank you, Murphy Auto Transport Services. If you are looking to stay loaded and you got questions about the load boards, join us on Thursday. Me and Sue go live at noon for 90 minutes. And yeah, we got problems. Clearly. I want to thank SuperFlo Systems and Dispatch Center. Thank you so much for your participation, for being in the live chat, for being available for questions. DispatchCenter.com. Get logged in, sign up, get in the fishing pond. What is the fishing pond? You can negotiate. Get it your way. Have it your way. And make a deal that makes sense to you. And then you don't need this muggo problem where you got to make a new friend and all that stuff. Thank you, Black Widow Imaging. Visit blackwidowimaging.com. Schedule your live demo. Find out how high-resolution images like that, multiple of your vehicle, get your vehicle sold before it's even moved. You can do that with your website and Black Widow Imaging high-resolution photos. Thank you all so much for joining again in the live chat. I really do appreciate it. Stay safe. Let me know how I can help you. If you know somebody that needs to be on the show, send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. It's happening. More and more. And so thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to join us tomorrow live on DOT Compliance. 30 minutes. Live chat with your DOT guy, Brian Riker. He is helping drivers, and we got a lot to talk about. So join us for How We Doing. Don't be the next flip of the week. Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Thank you.